It's finally time. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome back to the Pokédex Quest Gen 2 with Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we started heading off toward the Pokémon League, where we found out it's actually not a whole new world we live in. It's the same world, just slightly over to the left. We actually came back into Kanto in order to progress to the Pokémon League here. We went through routes 26 and 27 and Victory Road as well, and ended up here at the Indigo Plateau, the same place we fought the Elite Four in the last gen. Now, concerning the little mishap that ended at in the end of the last episode, remember about somewhere in the middle of the episode where I cut away to start looking for Rhyhorn? Yeah, I didn't remember it at the time, but I made a save at that point because I needed to start a new recording session. So, in short, I got to keep all my money. All I had to do was go back and catch another Rhydon. But along the way, I encountered plenty of Rhyhorn, so I caught one of those as well. Rhyhorn the Spikes Pokemon. It can only remember one thing at a time. What am I doing? One thing at a time, which sounds a lot like me. Once it starts rushing, it forgets why it started. It's a bit like how, you know, when you enter a room, they completely forget why you entered there in the first place. Yeah, something like that. In any case, this episode, we're going to be taking on the Elite Four and finishing this up. For now. So, like I said, I went off and I did a little bit of training off screen. Only a little bit. Now my entire party is all at level 40. Now, considering I'm about to face the Elite Four, you may think this is a little underleveled. And in a couple of cases, maybe. But for the most part, we're actually pretty good. This is actually a fairly good level team for what we're going to be up against. So, let's go through the contenders. Ah, Blaze. All that time on the bench, you're just flared up and ready to go. So, Blaze is pretty much exactly the same. Still holding the Charcoal. Still has Flame Wheel, Headbutt, Smokescreen, and Leer. I did consider teaching him Sunny Day. To, you know, boost the power of his Fire-type moves, but didn't end up doing that. May still be on the cards later. I'm not sure. Special attack and speed are fantastic, and that's exactly what we want. Flandre. Still as great as ever. Still holding the Sharp Beak, still has Wing Attack, Bite, Confuse Ray, and Leech Life. And look at that speed. There's not a whole lot that can outspeed her at this point. No, I said a whole lot. There's still a couple things here and there. Attack's not half bad either. Jinx. Still holding the Pink Bowl, still has Strength, Earthquake like I taught him last time, Horn Attack, and Fury Cutter. Now, I did get the Soft Sand out of the PC. So in the case where I want to use Earthquake, I'll be switching that on the Jinx instead. I also kept some Bitter Berries on me to heal off Confusion, which I plan to use on Jinx, because there's a little plan that I want to put into effect for one particular member of the Elite Four. It's probably not going to work, but I want to see if it does, because if it does, it will be hilarious. That attack is amazing. Amazing. Koromaru. The amount of work it took to get you in the first place, and now it's all paying off. So, I got him with the black glasses instead, because I don't have a very significant berry healing item to have him hold on to, so may as well just up the power of his Dark-type moves. In which case, I should mention that at level 36, Koromaru learned Feint Attack, which I've replaced Pursuit with. Feint Attack is more powerful than Pursuit and never misses, which is great. Still has Return, Sand Attack, and Tail Whip, and the greatest defense ever. Mjolnir still has the Magnet, still has Thunder Shock, Lock On, and Thunder Wave. Also, at level 35, he learned Tri Attack, which I replaced, Sonic Boom with. Tri Attack is interesting. Now, Tri Attack's a normal type move, and Mjolnir's attack isn't exactly the greatest, but it is a lot more powerful. Well, granted that Sonic Boom really does, 20 damage. Tri Attack does 80, has 80 power. Also, has the very unique property of having a 20% chance to either burn, freeze, or paralyze the target. Which is actually kind of funny in this generation, because it's able to burn fire types, freeze ice types, paralyze electric types, and has a 1 in 3 chance of defrosting a frozen Pokemon. Very interesting, this Tri Attacks. I thought it'd be fun to use. Defense is great, special attack's even better. Mjolnir here actually has the best special attack of the entire team. So, that is real damn good. And of course, last but not least, I still can't speak. Marissa! Still has the Mystic Water. Definitely still gonna switch that out for the Never Melt Ice should I need it. Still has Surf, Icy Wind, Recover, and Harden. Special attack only just slightly trailing behind Mjolnir, but her speed definitely makes up for it. And her defenses are actually not as bad as I thought they'd be. Now, as for what I'm going to the battle with... Well, there's all the TMs. Oh, I still have an HP up. I best use that. I got out all of the best healing items that I own that I stored in the PC. So I've got max ethers, max revives, full restores, pretty much all of the really good healing items I've been stockpiling in the entire game. We're gonna be using a few of them. So I should mention, so this big room here acts as both the Pokemon Center and a mart. In fact, I'm gonna buy a couple of things from this guy here. He has some of the best items in the game: Ultra Balls, Max Repels, Hyper Max Potions, full restores, revives, and full heals. I am going to buy 4 full restores off him just in case. And hopefully I won't have to use them. Now, as this does also act as a Pokemon Center, we have the PC over there. And these stairs over here take us up to the typical communication center. Which is what I was thinking of when I took the stairs over that way. For some reason. Also, I should mention this old man right here. Right next to him is a little Abra. And if we need to train some more, he can use Abra's teleport to send us all the way back to Newbark. Now, I'm good, but if you don't feel like getting out something with Fly, or just straight up don't have something with Fly, it's a good way of getting all the way back to Newbark should you want to. Pokémon League, you're tested by the Elite Four, and you have to beat them all. If you lose, they have to start all over. Yep, you got one shot. It's a complete gauntlet, and there's no healing in between. If you lose to one, you lose to all. So, this is the prime opportunity to save. There's a really nice round number of Pokemon caught in the Pokédex for pretty much the end of the game here. Exactly 100, that's great. Anyway, my preparations have all been completed. Let's get started. It's time to tackle the Elite Four. And it's been a few years, and there's been a bunch of new Pokemon discovered, so we do have some newcomers to the Elite Four, despite it being in the same place. First off, starting with this guy here. I forgot to switch my Pokemon around. God damn it. Oh well, I'll do a deal. How do you know my name, anyway? This is Will. He's trained all around the world, making his psychic Pokemon. Oh, he's a psychic. That makes sense. Actually makes a lot of sense. The fact that, you know, it's been well established that psychics are a thing in the Pokemon universe. And he's being accepted into the Elite Four. He can only keep getting better. Well, yeah, I suppose. I mean, you only are the first member, so yeah, you could get better, I would say so. Losing's not an option, you say? Oh, you obviously haven't met me. It's the first member of the Elite Four here in Generation 2, Will, Master of Psychic Types. First up, sends out Xatu. I could have sent out either Koromaru or Mjolnir for this. And just to give him a bit of time in the sun, I'm going to send out Koromaru. Probably the biggest thing to watch out for from Will's team here is that pretty much every one of his Pokemon knows Psychic. Which of course is the most powerful Psychic type move available at the time. Other than that, not going to be able to do a whole lot to me. There's Feint Attack. Once again, Feint Attack does not mix. And even though Koromaru's attack isn't the greatest, those black glasses are definitely going to boost up a little. Of course, some of his Pokemon also know Confuse Ray, because of course they do. Now, all I need from you, Koromaru, is to not... There we go. Good boy. This is what I bred you for. Well, actually, what I bred you for was to completely curb stomp Morty, but, you know, we'll keep you around for a little while longer. Alright, so, what's next? Exeggutor. This is where I wanted Blaze to make his Elite Four debut. Either this or Will's Jinx, because he's got a Jinx as well. Because, once again, Blaze has been warming the bench for too long now. He needs to let off some steam, and he'll do that by burning everything to the ground. Burn it all, Blaze. Burn it all. Burn this thing before it can grow out its neck and become part dragon type. I also kind of love the way Alolan Exeggutor looks just because it's just so stupid. It's a good kind of stupid though. It's very goofy. Alright, what's up next? Next is Slowbro. Alright, I think for this one I'll bring out Mjolnir. Now of course, Koromaru is pretty much a good choice for just about any one of these. Slowbro in particular is quite bulky, so it's going to take a little less time with Mjolnir than with Koromaru. It truly is a shame that I don't have any better electric type moves, but oh well. And Zap Cannon's a long way away. Thunderbolt's going to be a bit of a bitch to get. Oh well, I'll just have to make it work. And there's Psychic. But Mjolnir is a Steel type, so even though special defense isn't as great as physical defense, it's still not very effective. Although I think I mentioned it before, but it wouldn't surprise me if Psychic was super effective against Steel, considering the whole spoon bending thing, but then again, Steel was introduced to kind of counteract Psychic types, much like Dark was. Next up is Jinx. So, Blaze can come right on back out. Alright, Blaze. Do me a huge favor and burn Nicki Minaj and her music career to the ground. I really, really want this. Not quite. Now, Jinx is pretty bulky, so... One more Flame Wheel should do the trick. And there we go. Now, one thing I should mention is that members of the Elite Four, and the Champion even, they can use items in their Pokemon. Most specifically, Max Potions. Typically, in my experience, they'll only really reserve these for pretty much their star players. So, their most powerful Pokemon in their teams. And they'll always use them right when they get down to low health, so do watch out for that. Just because the HP is low doesn't mean you've won just yet. Confuse Ray again. Yeah, this is going to be painful, I can tell. Come on, Koro. There we go. So far, so good. Alright, just need one more of those, buddy. One more good hit. Oh, I'm already... Good job, Koromaru. Already shaking up the confusion after one turn. And there we go. Down goes the first member of the Elite Four. Making some pretty good progress. And he just can't believe it. Even though you're a psychic and you should have seen this coming. Although then again, Sabrina had that same problem. But you're still going to stand strong. You're still going to, you know, keep up the good fight there. That's a good attitude to have. I like that. Now, we can move on and experience the true ferocity of the Elite Four. That sounds very inviting. Yeah, in the way of heals. Actually, I'm pretty good. Although, for this next part, I am going to switch out Jinx's item for the soft sand. And I put it down at the bottom, didn't I? Yep. Because of course. Alright. That should pretty much do it for any preparation I need for this next one. So, let's continue onward. Yeah, nice little change in aesthetic here, and... Oh, you look kind of familiar. It's Koga! Well, geez, buddy, you got a hell of a promotion now, didn't you? Wait, but if you're here, then who's holding down the fort back in Fuchsia City? But yes, the original leader of the Fuchsia City Gym, the master of poison types, Koga, is now a member of the Elite Four. His intricate style will confound and destroy you. Keep that in mind. That kind of just goes into the kind of strategy he's going to employ. Confusion, sleep, poison. apparently going to be the victim of sinister techniques. Ha! Pokemon is not merely about brute force, which apparently is going to show us. Apparently. Second member of the Elite Four. Former Fuchsia City Gym Leader Koga, Master of Poison Types. And first up is Ariados. Now, he specializes in poison types, but what he was saying before rings true as well. His strategy is mainly going to be to cripple us in some way, with stat reductions, with status ailments, all that kind of thing. But, his team is not exactly the strongest. In fact, this can be said for, a decent portion of the Elite Four, for the fact that, well, I'm still on par with some of their levels here, and everyone's only at level 40. That, and the movesets of a lot of the Pokemon we'll see here aren't all that great. That Ariados in particular is actually pretty pathetic. Oh, Fortress. Oh. Oh dear. Fortress is a hell of a physical wall. It is a fantastic tank. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about special defense, and it is bug and steel, meaning it is 4 times weak to fire. And Blaze is holding the charcoal and has really good special attack. You may be built like a fortress, but against my Typhlosion, you may as well have just been made of wood. It's sad to see. Next up is Muck. And this is why I changed over to Soft Sand on Jinx. So Muck is a pure poison type. And pretty much the only thing I have against pure poison types is Ground. Luckily, I taught Jinx Earthquake. But really, Jinx is probably a good matchup here anyway, because Muck can kind of be seen as kind of a counterpart to Wheezing. So the Coughing line is more physically defensive, while the Grimer line is a little more specially defensive. Now, I'm probably not going to do in all of its HP right here. Yeah, I didn't think so. But you can see where I'm getting at there. Defense went way up, you say. Alright, but I'm pretty sure one more strength will probably do you in. Wow! Alright, Acid Armor's better than I thought. I also really like the name of that move. Acid Armor. Something about it, just like, it's got a nice ring to it. Next up, Venomoth. For this, we'll switch back to Blaze, because why not? Just another bug to burn. Alright, do your worst. And by that I mean me. Blaze, do your worst. Burn it. I don't know what's up with me and burning things today, but yeah, it's fun. You actually survived that. Huh. Color me surprised. And color me mildly irritated. Come on, Blaze, you got this. There we go. This is why you're my partner. Down goes Venomoth. Now time for the last member of Koga's team, which is... what do we got? Crobat. Well, I don't exactly relish in the thought of taking down a Crobat, but it's not Flandre, so screw it. Well, there is a bit of pain there, because I've mentioned before, Crobat is my favorite flying type. To this day, it still is, so yeah. Oh, great, double team. Oh, of course. Well, it's a good thing I kept Lock On. Now, I'm saving Lock On for... I missed? Damn it, Mjolnir. I'm saving Lock On for something very specific later down the line. You guys probably know what it is. But, trust me, at some point it's gonna be very helpful indeed. In fact, it's already been pretty helpful right now, because, as you may recall, Lock On makes it so that my next attack will never miss. And if it's gonna keep just spamming Double Team like that, it's probably the best thing I got. That did just less than half its health. That's actually kind of surprising. Alright. Don't miss Lock On again. There we go. Alright. Now, hopefully that was just skipping on damage range there, and hopefully this will do it in. Survey says... There we go! And that was Koga. You managed to make yourself an Elite Four member, but still went down pretty easily. Was that really everything you can muster? Well... Yeah, you may want to hone your skills a fair bit, I would say, yeah. Anyway, it's time for us to move on to the next room. Now, what do I want to do here? I'm going to give Jinx the pink bow back. It's down at the bottom again, of course. There we go. And I'm going to switch Flandre into first. And it's all pretty good. I don't plan on using Blaze on Mjolnir in all the next battle, so I won't bother healing just yet. Alright, we're good to go. Huh. Floor is lava, eh? Where have I heard that before? Now, I should mention... Now, I did say that there are some newcomers in the Elite Four, considering we're in the same place, but also considering we're in the same place, there are some who aren't. For Bruno is still here. In fact, he's the only member of the Elite Four who's still in the Elite Four. But he did move up a little bit in the world. Now he's the third member instead of the second, so he's a little more powerful now. And he always trains to the extreme because he believes in his potential. Well, I mean, that's a good way to go about it. Can I withstand your power? Well, I've done it before in my past life, so I'd like to think I can do so again. Oh, I am determined. Bow down to overwhelming power, you say? Oh, bring it on! Hooah! Next up, the third member of the Elite Four, previously the second, is Bruno, Master of Fighting Types. First up, he's setting out Hitmonnorris. I refuse to refer to it as anything else other than Hitmonnorris. So I, of course, send out Flandre, and I'm going to start with wing attacks. Now, Hitmontop is kind of continuing a bit of a trend with the Elite Four so far, in which their first Pokemon is pretty pathetic. Quick Attack is, I think, is kind of the best thing that it can do to me right now. Again, the movesets of a fair few Elite Four Pokemon are not exactly the greatest. As a result, this Elite Four in particular is considered quite easy compared to most others. Next up, he's still got one of his Onix, so there's that. But of course, Onix is rock and ground, which means, you know, quarter weak to water, has bad special defense, and my Starmie has great special attack, is a water type, with a very powerful water type move, and Mystic Water. The only way this can get better if I get a crit. Oh, I was hoping for it. But there really is a match made in heaven, wouldn't you say? Next up is Hitmonchan. Now, Hitmonchan, if I recall, does know at least Ice Punch. I can't remember if it learns Thunder Punch as well, but does definitely know Ice Punch. So, bring Flandre back out. Because while Ice is going to be super effective against her, the thing about Hitmonchan is that it learns all the punching moves, obviously. I mean, that's kind of, it kind of matches its design and everything. But most of the punching moves are special attacks because of the way that the typing works. Hitmonchan wouldn't really be a really good Pokemon until damage categories are introduced in Gen 4. So that, you know, moves are individually, like, introduced as either physical or special. So, in those games, Ice Punch would be a physical move. But here, it's special. It may be super effective, but its special attack is really not that great. And Flandre's special defense is not exactly the worst thing in the world. Alrighty. And down goes Hitmonchan. What do we got next? Next up is Machamp. Machamp is Bruno's most powerful Pokemon, and I actually want to switch Flandre out because Machamp knows Rock Slide, and that's not going to go over well for me. Best thing I have to combat this is Marissa. Now, Marissa's not going to be doing any super effective damage, but neither will it. And Machamp being Machamp, its special defense is not the greatest either. So, we'll just see how much I end up doing to this thing. Just less than half. And Rock Slide does... what's that, about a third? Almost, like, just shy of a third. Something like that. But from the look of it, this Surf is going to leave Machamp at incredibly low health. Unless I crit. Yep. Which means that the most likely turn of events that's going to happen now is that Bruno's probably going to spend this next turn healing. Yep. As expected. And Marissa's not going to survive another Rock Slide either. So, best thing I can really do at this point is use one of my Hyper Potions. And we'll take it from there. Another Rock Slide. Because Bruno just had to drag this one out, because, you know, of course. 2 more Surfs will do the trick just nicely. We've still got 1 more Pokemon to go as well. Oh, missed. Well, that makes things easy now, doesn't it? Alrighty. So down goes Machamp. Time for the last of his Pokemon, which, given 2 of the Pokemon we've faced so far, you can guess that'd be a trend, and you'd be correct in guessing that his last Pokemon is indeed Hitmonlee. For this, I can safely bring Flandre back out, and finish this off for good. Alrighty. Wing attack should finish the job. 1 hit. Well, the other 2 are a little more defensively inclined than Hitmonlee is, so, yeah. As to be expected. How could you lose? What, do you want an instant replay or something? No right to say anything, you say. Oh, that's kind of boring. And he just sends us on our way. It's kind of rude if you think about it. Alright, so next course of action. I'm going to switch Jinx into first. And I'm going to change his item around again. This time I'm going to give him the Bitter Berry. Because it's on the final member of the Elite Four that I want to try and put this plan into effect. Again, this plan is probably not going to work. But it'll be funny if it does. Apart from that, I am going to heal a few of my members up. So I'll do that real quick. Alright, so I've healed up pretty much everyone here. I don't think I really needed to, but, you know, just to be on the safe side. Alright, well, let's move on to the final member of the Johto League Elite Four. With another newcomer. This is Karen. Now, how exactly is that amusing? And she loves Dark-type Pokemon. I like Dark-type Pokemon too. A wild-type image to be so appealing. And they're so strong. Yeah, I know. I mean, look at this little, what exactly is Umbreon supposed to look like? Whatever it is, it can take a hit. Alrighty, so, let's get started. Time to face the final member of the Elite Four, Karen, Master of Dark types. And first she sends out Umbreon. Now, we haven't really had to fight many Dark types before, so I should mention that Dark is weak to Fighting and Bug. Jinx is a Bug and Fighting type. There's another case in which the first Pokemon we're facing does not exactly have the best moves in the world. Unfortunately, two of those moves are Sand Attack and Confuse Ray, and both of them are going to be quite annoying. Especially Confuse Ray, which is why I got the Bitter Berry. I'm going to test my luck with this. I'm going to try and set up a Fury Cutter chain. I'm going to do much at first. And of course the first thing it does is Sand Attack. So this is just going to be infuriating, I can tell. I've already missed. And it's using another Sand Attack. Well. This plan is going down the shitter very, very quickly. What I was hoping was that I could get a Fury Cutter chain up and then pretty much sweep through most of the rest of her team at the very least. Two Sand Attacks in, I'm not going to be able to get a full chain up. I'll try to get one more Fury Cutter in. Oh, there's that. Yeah, I'll try one more time to get the chain up. I'm surprised it hasn't used Confuse Ray yet, because normally whenever I face her, that's one of the first things she likes to do. Yep, of course I missed. And there it is. Well, lucky me, I gave Jinx that Bitter Berry, so get rid of that confusion. And I suppose I'll just go with Earthquake. Which of course missed because of course a third Sand Attack. Well, I'd give her a shit about being, you know, a member of the Elite Four that has a Pokemon that still has Sand Attack, but then again, my Umbreon still has Sand Attack as well. Well, this is just gonna drag out from here. Yeah, well. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna need to switch into something else, because this is just gonna get infuriating. I'm gonna throw out my own Umbreon. Your Umbreon may also have Faint Attack, and it may also have Sand Attack, and I may not have Confuse Ray, but mine has Return. And that makes mine just a little bit better. Also, mine's faster. Of course. I don't know what it is with this woman in Sand Attack, but I don't like it. And of course, there's that. Alright, Kromar, you just need to get one more in. So don't start hitting yourself now. What did I just say? Damn it, Koromaru. Come on, just one more. You got this. Apparently you don't. Well, this is just going fantastic now, isn't it? There we go. Alright, so down goes her Umbreon. Now, if I could get the Fury Card chain up, this would have been pretty good, because next up is a Vileplume, which is not a Dark type, but it is part Grass. So that would have been swell. It's Grass Poison, so Fury Cutter would have only done neutral damage, but if I managed to get the Fury Cutter chain up to the point where Umbreon would have been defeated by it, then it'd pretty much be at max power anyway and do a whole ton of damage. And unfortunately, I can't really give Jinx a better Bug-type move until like 10 levels later. Oh, but what a Bug-type move that'll be. And of course, I got hit with Sunspore. That's great. Oh, Petal Dance. Petal Dance is something to watch out for. It's a very powerful Grass-type move, and basically, it locks her into using the same move for a couple of turns. Like 2 to 3 turns, something like that. But after the third or so turn, it'll pretty much force her to get confused. So, very powerful and works over a couple turns, but forces confusion. So, yeah. Bit of pros and cons to that one. Gengar is next. And I'll bring Koromaru back out for this one. So, once again, not a Dark type. And Fury Cutter would have been ineffective here because Poison. But oh well. Now, it has usual ghost-type things, such as Curse. But Ghost being weak to Dark, Feint Attack will take it down to probably... Ugh, god damn it. Okay. Yeah, I think I should actually heal that one off, considering how much damage Curse does. What I'm worried about is one other particular move this Gengar has. And hopefully she'll try to use it this turn while I'm healing, and not the next one when I attack again. Here goes Curse again. Lick. I don't know if I want to attack yet. I'm going to use Sand Attack this turn just in case. Alright, still using Lick. I'm hoping to God that it's not basing its moves off of my inputs. Because if that's going to be the case, then this is going to be very cheap what comes up next. One more Sand Attack. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Destiny Bond. Destiny Bond is a hell of a trap. Basically, if you defeat the Pokemon that used Destiny Bond on the same turn that it used it, your Pokemon will be completely taken out as well. Also, it has Spite, which reduces the amount of PP of the last move you used on it. But yeah, I was definitely worried about Destiny Bond there. So, again, if I had taken down Gengar the same turn it used Destiny Bond, it would have knocked Koromaru out right then and there. But Koromaru grew to level 41, which is great. Next up is... Ugh. Murkrow. This is a job for Mjolnir! Now zap this thing out of the sky! Still not a fan of Murkrow. Ah! Oh, and of course it used Whirlwind. Whirlwind is pretty much a flying type raw. It'll force you to switch out. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter in this case, because it's taken down anyway. Now, this last Pokemon is a bit of a worry. Houndoom. Houndoom is the most powerful Pokemon we've seen yet, and what do I want to do here? Blaze is paralyzed, but it'll be able to take it on for a little bit, I think. Actually, I'm going to keep Flandre and see if I can try to confuse it. But yeah, Houndoom. Houndoom is level 47. It's Dark and Fire. Special attack, pretty friggin' good. That's a problem. Okay. Definitely want it to be confused or something here. And, of course. Yeah, because when they're confused, they never hit themselves. Ever. Because of course not. Again, of course it was a fucking critical. Alright, so here's the problem here. Marissa would be able to take it out in 1 or 2 serves easy. Thing is that being a Dark type, it also has Dark type moves. One of those moves being Crunch. Which at this point, I very much doubt that Marissa will be able to survive. So I just need to hope that it hits itself. So for the first time, I can safely say, do hit yourself, do hit yourself, do hit yourself. Please, for the love of God, hit yourself. Come on. Yes! Alright. Right, and we are another step ahead. Elite Four Karen has gone down, and with that, we have defeated the entire Elite Four. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. They're the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites. I like that. I like that very much. Some of my favorites may not be the most powerful things in the world, but they're my favorites, and I want to fight with them. So I understand what's important, apparently. Now for the final hurdle. The champion is right up ahead, but before I do that, I need to do a bit of healing. Alright, so everyone's healed up. I'm going to be switching Mjolnir into first for this last battle. Now, Jinx, I've given him back the pink bow, and Marissa, I've given the Never Melt Ice. We're definitely going to need it. Other than that, we're pretty much good to go. So, without further ado, let's move on to the champ. Our favorite guy in the world has been preparing us for this moment the entire game, and he has believed in us the entire way. Let's not let him down. I recognize that cape. It's Lance. He's been waiting for us. He knew that we, with our skills, would eventually reach him here, at the top of the Indigo Plateau and the Pokémon League. Yep, not much else to say. So now, we're going to battle to see who of us is the strongest. Lance is the Pokémon League champion. And he challenges us. Probably the biggest promotion of all. Once Elite Four member, now champion of the Pokémon League. Lance, master of dragon types. I love this song! This song is amazing. It is climactic as hell, and it sounds awesome. And like pretty much everything else in this game, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, it is so much better. First up, he sends out Gyarados, and pretty obvious here, Gyarados is water flying, which is exactly why I sent out Mjolnir to start doing a bit of damage first. Now, Gyarados always starts with Rain Dance, which is bad for two things. One, it will definitely, like, very much buff the, buff his Gyarados' water type moves. But there's another Pokemon in his team who takes some definite advantage from it. Mjolnir should be able to survive this. Should. There we go. So, Gyarados goes down. Well, that was the critical. If only he did that earlier. Oh, no, I got to level 41. Awesome. So, next. Dragonites. It wouldn't be Lance if he didn't have a Dragonite. In fact, it wouldn't be Lance if he didn't have 3 of the fuckers. Question is, which one is this one? One of his Dragonites, I definitely do not want to send Marissa out to yet. But I think I know which one he's about to send out. So I'm going to send out Marissa anyway. We'll know by its level. Level 50. Now, I should mention something. All 3 of his Dragonite are lower than level 55. Now, pop quiz. Do you know what level that Dragonair evolves into Dragonite? That's correct, kids. It's 55. Lance is a dirty, dirty cheater. Always has been, always will be. And he's the one standing at top of the Pokemon League. That's just straight up not fair. Now, this Dragonite in particular is not the one I was worried about. So I'm going to start using Icy Wind, which is great against Dragonite, being Dragon and Flying, so it's quite weak to Ice. Plus Never Melt Ice is doing some wonders here. My only regret is that I don't have any better Ice-type moves, but I'm going to make do with what I've got. But this Dragonite is still fairly dangerous because it has a brand new Dragon-type move called Outrage. It's pretty much the Dragon-type version of Petal Dance that we saw before. It's very powerful, and it's locked into using it for about 3 turns. After the 3rd use, it gets confused. Luckily, we're good. This next Icy Wind should take it out. And there we go. So, Dragonite's down. And that was his most powerful Pokemon as well. So, I don't think we should have to worry about him healing up any others. Next, he sends out one of his other Dragonites. I think I know which one he's sending out. But Marissa's still my best chance. The rain still hasn't stopped yet, has it? The rain still hasn't stopped yet. Okay, shit. Well, I am going to heal up Marissa real quick and see what happens. there's every chance that it won't use the move I'm so afraid of first. Ah, it did. One of his level 47 Dragonite knows the move Thunder. This is why Rain Dance sucks. Rain Dance makes it so that Thunder, normally 70% accurate, is 100% accurate. And I hate it. God damn, I hate it. Okay, Koromaru, you're coming back out. Yeah, now the rain stops. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to use one of my max revives on Marissa. And this was kind of the plan all along with the max revives. Now, I only have a very finite amount of them. So that makes them incredibly valuable, but if ever I was going to use any of them, it'd be here. Now, I'm going to start using Sand Attack. And it's going to start using Hyper Beam. Because that's another thing that hasn't changed from Gen 1. Not only is Lance the Pants here, Master of Dragon types, he's also Master of a very particular move. That particular move is Hyper Beam. Ugh. Now, luckily, Hyper Beam doesn't have that little quality it had from last generation. Where, basically the thing with Hyper Beam is that it's an incredibly powerful normal type move that requires a recharge time of the move after it's used. However, in Gen 1, if it took out a Pokemon, then it could skip the recharge time. Which sucks. It really sucks. Luckily, that's been fixed. I'm just trying to drop its accuracy as much as possible because last thing I need is Marissa getting OHKO'd by another Thunder. Thunder may only be 70% accurate normally, but you guys have seen what my luck is like. But at least now, I should be pretty safe. But that is a very big should. Alright, so far so good. Tries to use Thunder, thank God. Alright, I'm pretty much in the clear for the rest of the battle. Now, I believe he's probably going to send out his third Dragonite next. Yep. But that Dragonite does not have Thunder. So, I'm safe to just keep Marissa out and just keep pelting them with ice. Marissa was probably always going to be the star player for this particular battle here, being the only one of my party who can learn ice type moves. But of course, Thunder Wave is a thing. What is it with you dragon trainers and just your strange like hard-on you've got for Thunder Wave? Luckily, we survived the Hyper Beam and did not get paralyzed, so that is fine by me. Down goes Dragonite. That's all three of his Dragonite down. Two more Pokemon to go, and first off the bat is Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is rockin' flying. My best chances are Mjolnir and Marissa. Both are at somewhat low health. So this is probably where one of those full restores are going to come in handy. Full restore, I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but is a combination of max potion and full heal. It will fully heal your HP and heal off any status ailments. Again with the goddamn Hyper Beam. Yep, not that one. Alright, let's see how much Surf does. Now there's no chance that I'm going to be able to get a Surfing before it can attack next turn, because Aerodactyl is... Oh! It's down. Well, good. I was about to say that Aerodactyl is by far the fastest Pokemon we've faced up to this point, so that's a worry, but apparently it's not a worry after all. Charizard! Ugh. Lance, you could not be setting a worse example as the champion. For starters, you're a filthy, filthy cheater. Seriously, Dragonite under level 55? The fuck are you feeding those things? But a Charizard? Really? Really? This thing needs 2 Mega Evolutions before it actually becomes any good. You deserve that critical. But with that, Lance has been defeated. It's over. That's an odd feeling. He's not angry that he lost. In fact, he feels happy. Probably because he gets to retire and palm off the job onto someone else now. Or he could be happy that he witnessed the rise of a great new champion, but I guarantee he's more happy at the fact that he gets to retire and just palm off his job onto someone else. Damn it, Lance. We have become truly powerful. Our Pokemon have responded to my strong and upstanding nature. Upstanding, you say? I don't know about that, but just keep peppering me with compliments. I do enjoy it very much. What? Oh, what? Mary? Wait, the paparazzi's already here? I've been the champion for like a grand total of 30 seconds at most. Can't I at least get like a 10-minute grace period before the interviews and shit? But Oak's here, so that's good, I suppose. It has been a while. I haven't seen you since the start of the game. That was like over 45 hours ago. The conquest of the league is just fantastic. Ah, you. Just keep the compliments coming, all of you. Dedication, trust, and love for Pokemon made this happen. You hear that guy? That's the secret. And if by this point you still haven't got it, you're a fucking idiot. And of course, my Pokemon were outstanding as well. Well, of course, I raised them with the utmost love and care. And they also believed in me, as I believe in them. Because they're not just my Pokemon partners, they are my friends. Oh, please, no interviews. Come on, what about that 10-minute grace period I was talking about? Oh, thank you, Lance. That's exactly what I was thinking. Take me away! Screw your interview! Got more important things to do. Ah. Long time since you last came here. Yeah, I'd say about 3 years or so. I'd say it's pretty accurate. So this is where they honor the League champions for all eternity. And their courageous Pokemon as well. And today they've witnessed the rise of a new champion, who feels compassion for and trust toward all Pokemon. Except Rattata. And Murkrow. And there's another one. There was another one. Oh yeah, Teddiursa. A new league champion who has all the makings of greatness. I'm loving all the compliments. I love this. And now, we and our Pokemon are going to be registered as champions. Mjolnir, the Magneton. Blaze, the Typhlosion. Flandre, the Crobat. Koromaru, the Umbreon. Jinx, the Heracross. And last but not least, Marissa, the Starmie. And our new league champion, the personification of Man Omega times Rule 63. It's Maya, and she is the new champion of the Indigo Plateau. Nearly 47 hours of playtime, jeez. Professor Oak's rating, given that we've seen 199 and caught 100 Pokemon. Excellent! Seem to like collecting things. I very much do. I can be a bit of a klepto at the worst of times. And the credits roll. We've become the new Pokemon champion. We've conquered the Johto region. We've caught a ton of Pokemon. I mean, we've still got a little more work to do on that front, but for all intents and purposes, what a journey that was. And goddamn one, that was just a pain in the ass to put together. I mean, through all the delays and through all the planning and all the replanning and all the... Yeah, you guys know this isn't over yet. it's Pokemon Crystal. You guys are well aware that this isn't over yet. We just entered the Kanto region, for God's sake. And the map didn't just show that one little path along the Kanto region. No, it showed the entire region. And we still have over 100 Pokemon left to catch. Where else would we do that but another region entirely? In fact, after getting booted back to the title screen, reloading our game, after taking one step, we got a call from Elm. Elm, I'm right outside. You've arrived some... Yeah, Elm! Elm! I'm right outside! It's like, yell out your window or something. I mean, phone calls cost money. It's probably costing me as well, you old coot. Gah. I'm right outside. Jesus Christ, what is a... No, God, you want now? What? You didn't need a call. I was right outside. I can see your window behind you. It's open. Just yell something out, for God's sake. Oh, an SS ticket. Now, we can go and catch Pokemon in Kanto. The ship departs from Olivine City. But, did I know that already? Yeah, I might know that already, but not in my memory. So now, we are able to go to Olivine City and take the cruise liner over into Kanto proper, so that we can continue our journey there and, well, catch a lot more Pokemon and do a lot more stuff. But we're gonna be waiting a little while for that one. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the final video that you'll see from me in 2019, because, well, I'm going on holiday. There's no, like, real delays this time, like, it's not work getting in the way, it's not my computer crashing or anything like that. No, I'm actually going on holiday. I'm going away for Christmas to go visit my family and all that, because I miss them. So, much like I said in Doom, we will be continuing on in this early on in the new year. So next time we see each other here in Pokemon Crystal, it will be 2020. Jesus Christ, it'll be 2020. Where the hell has the time gone? But in any case, when we see each other again in a month or so time, we'll be heading over to the Kanto region once again. But this time, exploring the entire lot of it. And catching all the rest of the Pokemon that it has to offer for us that we couldn't already find already, because, you know, most of the Johto Dex is just repeat Pokemon from Kanto anyway, so yeah. We're just kind of stepping into a lot of familiar territory, but it'll still be fun nonetheless. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. See you guys in the new year. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And as always, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.